Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another debate on relationship as a topic. And we are just here to talk on relationship today. I'm here with my beloved daughter, Faith.
Hello.
And I'm here on the background with my son. We are going to be discussing topics on relationship and what makes a good relationship and what it takes and all of that. So Paul is going to be asking us questions from the background, and we are going to be sharing opinion on what we think. All right, Paul, please, over to you.
Okay. I basically had a question for both of you.
Okay.
What are the essential values that make a good relationship?
Good. Thank you, Paul. For me, I would say the essential value of a good relationship is one, is trusting each other. Two, sharing opinion. Three, communicating with each other. Four, then love, is fine. That is talk. The fifth one will be not keeping secrets for each other. I think that one will go around trust as well. Yeah. So
I agree with all those points. I think trust is number one. You'd have to certainly trust the person you're with. Communication, I would say, number two. You have to have open dialogue with your partner, even in your friendship relationship, not even just romantic relationships. I think you should be able to communicate freely and honestly with your partner. I think you should be able to work together. And lastly, I'd say, and very crucial, I'd say, do not let third parties in your relationship. Have a very private relationship where you and your partner are one, and no external interference into your relationship.
Okay, that's an interesting perspective. Now, as a follow-up question to that, in this modern society with social media, what do you think are some of the threats to actually having a good relationship?
I can go first.
Yeah.
I think with social media is to have the understanding that social media is not real life. Social media is where everybody goes to put their best version of their life on show. Real life and real life issues is in the real world. So there are a lot of temptations out there, but I think if you're rooted in God and your relationship is based on a solid foundation with God in the middle, you will have no business allowing temptations to come any which way, including social media.
All right. I totally agree with my daughter with the social media thing. We all know that social media is not real, and they just put a face there for you to say, okay, this is what the life takes. Like I have seen in some posts of beautiful picture, people painting their relationship as the best, whereas in the practical aspect of it, it's not really like that. The day-to-day activities, like, some of them will put a post, oh, this is how nice my husband is or my wife is, but they will hide some aspects that are going on because they just want to put a picture there for people to have a one-side view. But in a marriage or in a relationship, it's deeper than that. It's more, to me, like endurance and patience, and the practical is to always participate in everyday activities of what life really is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Paul.
Okay, that's an interesting. It's interesting you guys mentioned about realistic and unrealistic. So just building on that, do you think nowadays people have either placed some unrealistic expectation on each other in terms of the demands they want from a relationship, or the ones that they would come in with, both male and female?
I can take that one. I think in life, as an individual, you should work hard for the things you want and who you want to be ultimately. If you are comparable to, if you've worked yourself up to a level that is solid and you want to match with someone who's compatible to who you've built yourself up to, I think that's realistic. What I find unrealistic is if you are looking for the most shiny, the most handsome, the most chiseled guy, and you are eating McDonald's every day and you are not looking after yourself. You are looking for the richest guy in the world, but you're in debt. I find it unrealistic for someone like that to aspire to have a rich person. I say you can aspire to your equal, and that's how I would say. I would say that's a realistic approach to relationship, as opposed to having a superficial expectation from a partner when you're not quite there yourself.
Yeah, okay. I agree to some extent with you on that, my dear. But to my own view on this is that, yeah, you can build your relationship to the stage where the way you want it to be in the future. You can have in mind who you want to be with, what standard. When you walk yourself to a standard in life, you should know what kind of person you want to be with, and how you want to build your life forward from that. That is absolutely your own opinion in life. You can't walk yourself to a certain standard in life and want to bring somebody that is going to bring you down. For instance, you cannot walk yourself to a standard that you're supposed to be aiming high and somebody's aiming down. So in that aspect, in my own opinion, it is not right. You have to always look forward with, the way you want things to be.
So do you think it's okay to find somebody that is not quite there yet, you're not quite there yet, but the both of you work together to get to exactly where you both want to be?
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. That can work. That can work perfectly, my own opinion. No, but if you just have worked to a reasonable standard and there's somebody just going to be pulling you down, maybe it's not up to that standard at all. In my own opinion, I don't think that will actually work. That is, it's just, instead of moving forward, it's going downward. It's not. Yeah.
But what if someone is not quite there to your standards, but you has the aspiration and has the will and has the drive to potentially get to that standard? Will you advise somebody to make a compromise to say, well, you're not quite where what I want in a guy, but I see the potential of you elevating to...
Absolutely, I totally will agree to that. But at the same time, you have to be careful when you are making such decision, because you might be looking at potential, but it might not be real potential. You have to be sure that this is a potential, not just going to get there, and instead of moving forward, I'm going downward. So I totally agree on that opinion, that somebody can have a potential and then you can work
together.
I
agree. Yes, Paul, go on.
Okay. Yeah, some interesting discussion there. I suppose if I'm gonna add my own 2 cents, is relationship is a very complicated thing, and I've noticed nowadays that not a lot of people are scared of relationship. Like even me, I'm a little bit apprehensive. So, like, what should we? How should we change our perspective if we want to meet people and actually have a genuine friendship which develops into a relationship and a marriage? What should our attitude be? How should we change our attitude? What should our attitude and our mindset be?
Okay, I'll come in first here. Okay. I think when you want to get in the relationship, number one is to be open. You have to be open on, because if you are not open about yourself, nobody will know. There are some people are a bit scared of being open to another person. But the thing is that you have to be open to some extent for the person to know whether the person have to accept you or you have to accept that person. If you don't tell a person who you really are and what you are afraid of, they are not going to know. It's not very easy for people to go into your mind. You have to tell, this is my worry. This is what I'm afraid of. Yeah. Because what you're afraid of might not be really what the marriage or relationship is. Many people are always scared of something that is not really there. Yeah. But because of their past, on the past relationship, they will bring it forward. Everybody are not the same. That is my opinion. You see. So I
agree for the most part. You have to make peace with your past traumas. So all the bad experiences you have gone through, you'd have to address it head on and make complete peace with them. And then when approaching a new relationship, I say take your time, spend time getting to know the other person. Do not rush. There are a lot of excitement in the initial stage of getting to know someone. And the excitement of potentially thinking that this is potentially the one will kind of have you not looking at all the indicators or red flags. I say take your time, form a friendship, and it could take years, it could take months, but take your time and get to know the other person. And once you feel comfortable and you feel like you do know that person, then you're somewhat nearing the door of potentially getting in a relationship with that person.
Yeah, that's I think what you guys have shared makes sense. I hope that we can all together learn to to be open, like you say, and to make sure that we are taking the right approach to relationship. But this concludes our Q&A. Hopefully you guys have found
I think we should do a part 2, definitely part 2, more details of like how to kind of sustain a relationship.
We'll be coming out from time to time. Maybe we will bring Paul to the scene, and then we will go to our camera and to do a give opinion, and we will be bringing other people if we can. To share ideas. And because sometimes the thing we fear is not really there. And another thing I want to conclude, we have to be prayerful as well. Relationship is nice, love is fine, and
it's a risk at the end of the day. You have to jump, you have to take risks to see.
Exactly. So please, let's give it a go, and it is way. God will open a way for us in Jesus' name. All right, please take care. We love you. See you next time. Bye. Bye.